the CroakeyGo in sunshine around heatwave health. And I just want to talk to a few participants here. Basically, what are you taking away from today? What will you do differently? What would you like to see happen in this space?
Okay. Hello.
And introduce yourself first.
I will. My name is Doug Lynch. I'm a critical care doctor. I work on various different places in Australia, and I'm here because I've got a sort of interest in the West and welfare in the West, but also I've got an interest in the sort of climate change issues. My favourite thing, and the thing I'll take away actually, is what Adrian and Ben were talking about the mitigating things that we can do using sort of trees and various other things in the natural and shared environment, and how much of a difference that makes. And I think that being such a depressing thing that we're sort of confronted by here, and without any leadership at the sort of federal level, it's really nice to see what can be done at these other levels of government, and what we can do as individuals to try and sort of have it. There are positive stories in here, and so it's not all doom and gloom, and trees are good.
Hi, I'm Marianne Toy. I'm from Northwestern Melbourne Primary Health Network, and I guess what I've taken away today is just, again, the critical importance of working with other partners and all of us working together, because I'm from a health organisation, but health is more than medical services, and it's everything from better urban design so that we have a sense of well-being, because that impacts your health. And, extreme heat, climate change, we all need to work together to make things better for our community.
Yeah, Adrian Gray, Manager of Urban Design and Co-Chair of Green West. Do a lot of work in the public realm. So today was really around different service delivery, around how Brimbank and IPC are supporting people in their own space. And that's something that I'm not that familiar with, but I think that having an understanding of that from an urban design perspective makes me think, how can council potentially improve the living environment on private land as well as public land? And that's something that we need to focus on going forward, so that people don't necessarily have to turn on their air conditioner because they've got a cool green garden around their property.
Glenn Menner from Brimbank Council. My reflections on today are, I think hopefully we can turn this into a bit of a social movement, not just around action on climate change, but really about thinking global and acting local, around thinking about what impact this has on our health. But really, I think the challenge from here on is engaging the community, and particularly those who are most vulnerable.
Anybody else ready to comment? I've seen some fantastic connections and collaborations made today, which is wonderful.
My name's Caitlin McLaughlin. I'm from Co-Health, and I've been involved in the Hotspots project, so came along today. It's been fantastic hearing what other people and other organisations are doing, and lots of it that I didn't know about, which is, a great value of these things. But also, it is that thing about actually doing anything actually adds to the momentum of the publicity and sort of image of this issue as being significant. And it also inspires me in our organisation to just sort of start thinking more creatively about how we can support our community of clients in terms of maintaining their health and managing extreme heat events and other extreme weather events in a way that, is not detrimental to them. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Jane Gonçalves from Uniting. I'm from the Energy and Financial Literacy team. From the community service, so I think what we're taking from this event today is the awareness. Actually, this event is actually possibly creating, because we know from the community, from the experience of working in heat waves and sustainability project, we know how vulnerable clients are, especially elderly clients, especially children. They are they suffer the most. And we're talking about climate change, and we know there's a lot of things to do. But if we actually look at, they are the ones that contribute the least and they suffer the most. So the impacts of climate change with a high cost of energy bills and the needs to use them when they feeling or having health issues. And so, yeah, I think it's the event. It's about pass on information about heat waves, and also is about share important information about numbers, the council numbers vulnerable clients actually can contact, and also it's about pass on information how important for people especially the most vulnerable, to have a plan in place to watch the news and just be prepared ahead of any heat waves to know what to do next. All right, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, I'll just step over our quietest participant for the day. Anybody want to add some insights from today?
Can I just say, yeah. Hi. For mine, the great thing is that there's a community understanding that things have changed and not necessarily for the better in terms of climate. We've got a responsibility to ourselves and those who are going to come after us. In the first instance, we've got to make sure that we're preserving the health and well-being of those who are here today. But I think most importantly, we've got to try and understand that what we do at an individual level has to help those who are going to come after us.
Yeah, thank you. And sorry, I just picked you up. So can you introduce yourself and let me know what your takeaway from today is?
Sure. Hi, Brooke Quinn from Brimbank City Council. I guess my takeaway is that heat is very dangerous and it affects people disproportionately. People that are more vulnerable or don't have the resources to have air conditioning in their house or a well-designed house are more vulnerable to the impacts of heat. And we know that heat's becoming more intense and more regular, and that as a community and as a society we need to recognise that and look at how we can support people that are more vulnerable so that we can have better health and well-being across the board, and doing that in ways that have lots of other benefits in terms of learning and education and making use of community facilities so that people have safe places to go to take refuge from the heat on those hot days. So yeah, I think we're on the way, but there's still a long way to go, and we've got to confront those vested interests that seek to deny climate change, and we just will continue our journey and get there in the end, and support the people that really need that support.
Rebecca's been tweeting up a storm, but I'm sure you've got some insights to share with us at the end of the day.
Thanks, Ruth. It's been an incredible day, and it's actually, in some respects, you could have come away from it feeling really sad and negative and, oh, whoa, what's going to happen with the world? But it's also really positive to hear that Brimbank Council are doing what they are with taking the climate emergency seriously. So many steps are in place to help people that could be suffering from heatwave health situations. So I think that, I'm coming away more positive than I would have expected to today. So and fantastic turnout and really interesting people along the journey as well. So thanks everyone.